This isn't just another 30-minute commercial. This is the people behind the products, the innovators, the engineers, the entrepreneurs.
Scent Thief, Mr. Russell.
This is DeerTech TV. Welcome to DeerTech TV. Today we're taking a look at the impact you unknowingly make each time you step foot in the woods, and how a product like Scent Thief can help cover up the trail you're leaving behind. Scent Thief is a small company based out of downtown Butler, Missouri, owned and operated by inventor Russell Epperson, who came up with the no-smell technology over 20 years ago and is now finally getting to see his dreams come true.
Hello, I'm Russell Epperson, the inventor of Scent Thief, and I'd like to explain to you today what happens when we walk into the woods using Scent Thief. I can tell you there's a lot that goes into it, and I learned a lot, basically with the dog. And during the process of coming up with Scent Thief, there's some issues there with the Department of Justice, and I'm just going to tell you that we weren't going to be able to allow to sell it in the United States because of the drug situation in the United States. And so I learned a lot about the sensitivity of the dog's nose and what they smell compared to what humans smell. And I can tell you that just the disturbance of the ground going into the tree stand is what them deer and what them dogs smell when they come in there. And so it's very interesting to know that, and it's because they smell the broken stem, they smell the disturbance of the ground as you go in there. So as you're using Scent Thief, you want to spray your way in there. Just hit everything you can on the way in. And I know it sounds like you're using a ton of product, but I mean every 30 or 40 yards, just douse everything in and around you, because when they come into that area, what you're trying to do is eliminate their ability to smell any of that disturbance. I try to find any kind of a foliage that's going to retain Scent Thief because it does dissipate in time. So if there's a clump of leaves there, I really douse those leaves. That's what I'm looking for as I'm going in. I don't just spray it on the bark of a tree because it'll dissipate a little bit quicker. So any clump of grass, any foliage at all that's going to retain that Scent Thief, that's what I'm looking for on the way in. And I do it quite often, you know, every 10, 15 steps, 20 yards in. Anything along that trail that when he comes across that where we've disturbed walking in is covered. So I had explained to me, it was like whenever we cut our yard and you walk out on the back deck and you smell that and you go, wow, you know, that's a fresh cut grass, that's fresh yard smell. And that's what we smell as human. But when an animal like a coyote or a dog or a deer, where you've walked in, every step that you make with that 8-inch boot or 11-inch boot is like a fresh cut grass to them animals. So they automatically, when they come in there and they smell that disturbance of soil, and it's a big amount of disturbance, they automatically go into an alert. They're trying to smell anything at all that's disturbed that way in. So it's real critical as using Scent Thief is that you cover up that disturbance that you've created on the way to the tree stand. And so many of us have failed to do that throughout the years. Nobody knew, and I didn't either until we really started studying the nose of an animal like the dog. And so they've taught us a lot, but with Scent Thief, you can break that barrier. You can spray on your way in and spray when you're in your stand about every hour and a half, because it's the dissipation of the Scent Thief product that actually works. That's what eliminates their ability to smell. As soon as they're out of that evaporation or that scent cone, their ability to smell is going to be instantaneous. So it's real critical to understand that scent thief does have to be present, and you want to be as much present as you possibly can. The more scent thief you have, the better off you have it.
Don't go away. Up next, our very own Brad Rux joins Russell for a hunt in Missouri, and the weather is, let's say, less than cooperative. You're watching DeerTech TV. DeerTech TV is brought to you by Scent Thief, Steal the Hunt. Record Rack, Serious Nutrition. Browning Trail Cameras, the best there is. Maverick Blinds, a lifetime of hunting. Tinks, America's #1 buck lure. And by Sportsman's Guide Buyers Club. Outfit your passion and save at www.sportsmansguide.com. For over 25 years, QAD has set the bar in arrow rest technology. Made in the USA and built with a lifetime warranty, the Ultra Rest gives you flawless operation guaranteed every time. When you pair the Ultra Rest with QAD's Exodus broadheads that feature top-of-the-market penetration and consistency, then you'll be crushing bones, not blades.
So we're headed to Missouri. It's a trip I'd looked forward to all season long. We're going to hunt with the guys from Scent Thief, Russell and Jay. And it's a great opportunity when you do get a chance to hunt with some of your sponsors in camp. You just get to know them so much better. And I was excited. It looked like cold weather was going to hit, which is always a good thing up here in the Midwest. Well, on the drive down there, it literally snowed, freezing rain. It was probably the most crappiest conditions you can imagine to drive. And you're still kind of jacked up. You get there, you're still excited. You meet Russell. They have an awesome facility.
The destination is on your right.
This is cool. Yeah. This is really cool.
Hello, sir.
How you doing?
I'm good.
We made it, Russell.
You're Brad.
Yeah, this is beautiful.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is cool.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah. After spending 4 days with Russell, you get to know somebody very well. And you know, I'm just like you guys. You know, when I see a new product, do I believe in it? You know, it's hard to believe. I mean, like Scent Thief's a perfect example. You know, it nullifies that ability for a whitetail to be able to smell, right? It sounds almost too good to be true. But then when you talk to Russell and you find out how long he worked on this and what it takes and everything involved, and he's just got one of those personalities that once you know him, you know he would never try to steal a dime from anybody. I mean, that is Russell. He's one of the nicest individuals I can ever imagine. And he's got a great product. I mean, we saw it work. First night we're in Missouri, we just drove down here. It snowed almost all the way. We had a nice slow walk, and it was kind of interesting to watch Russell how he uses Scent Thief. He sprays it in a stream all the way down here on any of the cover, so any of the deer coming down there won't be able to smell you. Of course, we Scent Thiefed up before we left the ATV, and we kind of slowly got in here. It looks really good. There's fresh snow on the ground. There's an open scrape right over here. Big cornfield, he said, over here, and a thick bedding area over here. We're right in that transition area. It's October 26th. Perfect time to be in a spot like this. honest to God, it was probably the worst weather conditions that I've ever hunted in. For 4 straight days, I think it was between 27 and 33 degrees, and it was either raining, snowing, sleeting, or freezing rain. Towards the end of the week, the weather cleared. Just boom, it cleared. And deer were going to be on their feet, and we're sitting there, and you know, I got 2 tags in my pocket. I don't care if it's a shooter buck or if it's an antlerless deer, something is going to hit the ground.
Well, we're a small company right now, just getting out there, and on a daily basis, I answer phones, answer questions. People are calling wanting to know about the product. Most of them are wanting to know how to use the product. They've seen about it on TV or in a magazine or read about it, and they're interested in the proper use of the product. And so it's real critical that people do understand how to use the product, because it is much different than anything they've ever used before. And so it is critical that the product is explained in a way that they understand, because it's the evaporation of the Scent Thief product that actually eliminates the animal's ability to smell.
We were using it wrong earlier in the season, because the Wisconsin season, you know, I'd spray down or spray once, and I didn't realize that the evaporation of that product is what makes it work, because it continually evaporates and goes out in the scent cone, and that's what the whitetail smells, and then that nullifies the scent. While I was spraying down, it would all nullify for a while, and then I thought I was good, and a whitetail would come and it was smelling me. I was like, this stuff isn't working. But I was using it wrong, and I think that's a lot of the problems if you do use Scent Thief and you don't have success, is because you're using it wrong. Russell will literally, he is the customer service. He takes every call, and he'll spend however long it takes, you know, to tell the person exactly what they're doing wrong, how they should use it, and they got a money back guarantee. It doesn't get better than that. Towards the end of the week, the weather cleared. Just boom, it cleared, and deer were going to be on their feet, and we're sitting there, and you know, I got 2 tags in my pocket. I don't care if it's a shooter buck or if it's an antlerless deer, something is going to hit the ground. We get out to the tree stand that night, and boom, deer are everywhere. And it wasn't long before I hear Buck, or hear him grunt, and he's coming out of the CRP, and you know, at that time I'm thinking, it'll probably be something small. Nope, out he pops, and it's definitely a shooter. He's 4 yards. Right. When I grunted to stop, he turns really hard at me. I practice all summer. I mean, I know I can make that shot. I know it's not a great shot for TV. You know what I mean? It's 1:45, you gotta have the exact arrow placement. He's 43 yards away. And I was like, as I'm at full draw, I'm thinking about it, I was like, no, I deserve this deer. Right. Anchored down on him, squeezed a shot, hit him exactly where I thought it would be. He takes off running right before he entered it back into the CRP. I marked where he was. We start doing cutaways, and literally, you know, I called Russell first, and then we started shooting the rest of the cutaways that we need for the buck harvest. And all of a sudden I look up and there's more deer piling out, and I got a doe tag in my pocket, and there's no way I'm going to let that go to waste. Should I get an arrow with them? What's that? Hey, I got 2 tags. Let's shoot it if it comes in.
DeerTech TV is brought to you by Browning Firearms, the best there is. Whitetail Institute, research equals results. Outdoor Edge's game processing sets to do it yourself and save. Elite Archery, the world's most shootable bow. ScentLock, proven deadly. And by Quiet Cat, the most capable hunting e-bike on the planet, where the road ends, the adventure begins. After a rough week in the elements and finally getting his buck, Brad isn't about to skip out on an opportunity to double up on his last night. Would you?
Should I get an arrow in? What's that? Hey, I got 2 tags. Let's shoot it if it comes in. Sure enough, she comes in. She actually gives us a better shot. I take the shot at the doe. It was a good shot, hit her right behind the shoulder. She runs into the grass to CRP. We can see her standing there. We heard Russell come up. We doubled. We just shot a doe over here too. That's a Missouri double. In Missouri, you get a buck tag, and then you get a doe tag. We just filled our buck tag, and Russell said, if you get a chance, I'd take out a doe, do it. Just had a nice mature doe, give us a 20-yard shot. Doubled up in Missouri. Man, it's been a week. Interesting hunt, for sure. I'm excited. It's been a great hunt. See if we can find blood. He should be bleeding like a fiend once we find him.
Big buck. You could probably hang another one on him. He's 11. Woo! Nice. Nice wide buck. Smoked him. Right through the front shoulder. I just found him by smell. You know?
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah. I can find him if I can get a whiff of him.
Oh,
Isn't he nice?
Yeah, he's a beauty.
Look at that.
Oh, he's a beautiful
Yeah.
deer.
Got a kicker here, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Wow, look at the body on that deer, huh?
Yeah.
Nice, great buck. Wow, after the
Beautiful.
week we've had, Russell.
Oh man, I'm telling
Man.
you. It has just been miserable. Our first day of sunshine since you've been here.
Pretty buck, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just been one thing after another.
Oh, I can't thank you enough.
Oh,
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Sure enough, Russell had smelled him down. So this thing was just rank with rot. I mean, he must have just worked up some scrapes because he had, had urine all over his hocks, and he just totally reeked. And that's how Russell smelled him. He smelled that musky smell. But anyway, it was a great way to end the hunt, and I could not be happier.
So what's the lesson here? Be it rain, sleet, or even a mild snowstorm in October, the deer are going to weather the elements. So if you can too, instead of a rainbow, you'll find a little bit of success once the storm has passed. And using a little scent thief along the way doesn't hurt either.
Jeez. Yeah, I'm fine.
See you next time.
That beat Mr. Russell.